Hey everyone, this is Louis7, and today I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online. For the first time streaming, I am doing the new raid. Technically, I've had a little bit of a, sneak peek of it before I've been able to stream it, but that was not a full run through. So today, hopefully we'll have a full run through. I anticipate we'll just run on tier 1 because I think for a few people in the group, it's still going to be their first time, and then again, my first time through parts of it in our full raid group. Just kidding, we don't even have a full raid group. It's probably not the best geared, but that is what it is. It's not a problem, but that just means we'll probably start off on tier 1 here, and I have a whole bunch of quests to pick up, but I'm pretty excited overall to get into the raid a little bit more and actually start it properly from the beginning. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up all these quests. Unfortunately, the stream is starting with the chaos of the group starting as well, but that just makes it extra entertaining. But I think we're kind of trying to form and plan out how we want the group setup to look. Okay, so that's going to just tell me to open the instance finder. We'll avoid that one. And yeah, I know all these quests aren't necessarily for the raid, but the raid will progress some of them. In particular, like the raid quests, such as this one. And the others aren't bad to have for when I do run the 3 and 6 mans. And hello, Miss Bella Games. Been a while since I've seen you. Sandals as well. And Stands in the Fire, who is supposed to, like me, supposed to be doing their raid right now. But yeah, I think, pretty much everybody's in here, and we are about ready to go. Again, I have no idea what the first part of this raid is like. I think I have run the 3rd boss. And maybe we attempted the 4th boss or something. I didn't even know there were 4 bosses, to be honest. Alright, let's just make a mess of my screen. Oh, it looks like virtues. I forgot virtue level cap was increased. I could get even more loyalty. If I had any virtue token things, I'd honestly probably go ahead and use one on this character just to cap that off, because that would be helpful. It's very important for long-term character progression, virtue XP is. And from just all the valors that I have gotten over the years, especially recently, the more or less free ones that they've given out, I've had a ton of virtue XP that I've just funneled to this character and not necessarily used on the characters that get that open the valor and use the level boost portion of it. And it really does help this character. It's insane when I went up to max level virtues from just having like 5-ish being pretty high level. But yeah, I don't see anything virtue XP just glancing here. I know other characters have a lot of that. I think I even have something with like 15 boosters or something from the, I don't even know what that was from, but it was from something recent. Maybe it was from the anniversary. I honestly don't know. I also don't know with my gear. I have a little bit of funkiness going on with it that could potentially be improved even with some of the gear I have in my inventory, but I'm probably not going to worry about that right now. I anticipate that I'll be spending a lot of time running in tank, as an off tank probably, but we'll see how that goes. My gear at this point is really optimized more so for tanking. Even my allies are a bit more, say, hybrid between tanking and DPS. Hello, Jefferbit. And then Bella, you said YouTube hasn't been telling you about my videos or live streams. Oh no, so this is the first time you got a notification in a couple of weeks. That's crazy. I haven't streamed that much in the past couple of weeks, but of course I did. The most recent one actually I think was the Breath of the Wild stream. But yeah, my videos in general haven't been performing as well lately, which is potentially, I've done some more experimental videos, which is okay, but yeah, the streams haven't been doing too bad, but they haven't been particularly great either. So it's possible that YouTube's, like, for some reason, not being a big fan of my content lately. But yeah, final fight, we did, I am actually remembering that we did attempt that, but it was very late. I already joined the stream like a couple hours late, and that was even a couple hours beyond that, and we usually play maybe, I don't know, 3 hours between our group. So that was getting really late, and I think we only gave it like 1 maybe attempt. We might have given it 2, but it was a bit messy. We also only had like 8 people, and it was a very unoptimized group. We actually had like 2 DPS maybe even 1 DPS. That was kind of crazy. Everybody was either support, healer, or we had 2 tanks. I was one of the tanks. Also, I'm playing kind of bad right now, but that's okay. As long as I'm not target assist, that's good enough. I should probably be in DPS spec right now, to be honest. Plus 40% outgoing damage. Ooh, that corruption's actually bad. I should have tried to remove that. Well, if I have aggro on this guy, might as well just force on and take care of it myself. Also, I'm really close to 2 million morale. It's kind of crazy from... yeah, accidentally in blue. I'll switch to red. Oh, yeah, where did all my skills go? Apparently I messed up my red line build, if you don't mind waiting just a second here. Sorry about that. How's my finesse doing? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I know what traits I want. I know why it's messed up. Y'all will see why. Somebody commented on this, and we'll get back to that in a second. But I think that's a pretty decent baseline. I'll try to get all the fist gambit damage, and then I think 1 should be fine with finesse. And then I'm thinking, oh, we had somebody new join apparently. Yeah, well, javelin skills max range. We'll be a little bit experimental today. I'm gonna see if I notice that at all. It's not like increasing my range damage will have a great impact in a raid where I'm like probably 99.5% in melee stance as I am right here. For some reason I'm taking a lot of damage though. I do have a couple bad bleeds on me. I might have gotten hit by those archers or something. I perhaps clearly wasn't paying the most attention when we pulled this stuff. Also, I cannot see that far zoomed out. Okay, so Adrian, you are wondering if I will make a new Warden guide in the future. And yes, I just yesterday actually recorded 2 Warden guide-like videos. They're kind of like the recent Captain one I did on the red line. They're not full, like, in-depth guides, but they are very much so guide-like, just on building the new red line Warden, one of them, and the other one would be the blue line Warden. And my skill bar is all messed up. We want never surrender. No, fire at will should go there. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I like that setup. Good enough, at least. It's odd playing DPS Warden. I've spent most of my time playing tanking Warden since the revamp. I'm kind of growing to like some of the changes, but I still find it to be a bit flat in AoE, like I talked about on my review. I mean, honestly, my opinion hasn't changed that much since the review. Even with the increased experience, I will say, since then. Also, because I'm bad about remembering to do this, I'm just going to make sure I actually start my local recording of this. There we go. Oh man, the people in Discord that you all can't hear, I know, are talking about the new Lord of the Rings MMO announced by Amazon. And some of the comments, I think that it was, who did I say it was on the video? I think the vice president commented on how basically Amazon is already contradicting themselves about the game design. Amazon games, I should specify, are already contradicting themselves about some of the game design philosophies, which is kind of interesting and not really reassuring if you had any sort of hope that it would be a good game to begin with. I definitely remain interested, just as I talked about in the video, but at this point it's hard to get excited, hard to get overly excited as well. But essentially, trying to pull this off on the top from the top of my head, but essentially Amazon Game Studio, Amazon Games. Oh, they said somebody, I forget which name, who it was. It could even have been the same person, which would be even worse. But in their actual announcement article, they said that it would be like lore first. They'd do all that, prioritize lore, essentially. I'm paraphrasing definitely here. But then in an interview, the one I talked about in the video, the vice president, I'm thinking, but somebody high up at Amazon Game Studio said that they were going to treat it as a game first, and if they had to sort of bend the lore, that they'd be completely fine doing that for gameplay reasons, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but I think it was just the sort of phrasing of it and the way it came off in the article, at least of the interview, that I think some people have had issues with, and people that are in the Discord background that y'all can't hear. But I'm not hoping that the game is bad. I'd actually love to have another good Lord of the Rings MMO. Okay, I think I just about got my stuff almost organized. Is this a boss? Well, we're gonna use some DPS cooldowns. My hand is already sore. I used to never have this problem, but I don't know, when I came back, let's see, this would have been a few months ago I've been having this problem, but sometimes the Warden, it just makes my hand sore, and that is happening right now. Also, apparently I was standing in bad stuff. I was paying zero attention to the game, which is probably a bad thing. I was paying zero attention to the game. That is bad. That's funny. Thanks. I don't know why I got res, but... Oh, maybe it was a double captain res. They are a captain. That's possible. This time I'll try to pay attention. I'm just sitting here talking. Zero attention to the game. I mean, sometimes raids are sort of background in Lotro, and it's kind of tough when being this early into the stream, like we're 15 minutes in and we're already on a boss. I will say that's a good thing from the raid perspective. My concern with basically any raid in Lotro, based on some past releases, is way too many trash fights that take way too long, so getting to the first boss this quick, pretty good so far. We'll see how that continues moving forward. Let's see, I have no idea what gambits I've used, by the way. Do we just run from this? Oh, there are circles, okay. That's easy to stay out of, I think. I hope I don't eat my words here. But hey, ranged DPS Warden to the rescue. We have some mads. Our tank got one-shotted. I guess we didn't have any reses. Well, we obviously had at least one for me. I was paying zero attention. See, I don't have an excuse. My excuse is just paying zero attention. Ugh. It's possible that this boss is harder than the next one. I have not done the next boss. Again, I've only done the third boss, which was like an hour-long fight. Given, again, we only had like 1 or 2 DPS, but maybe it is just a long fight anyway. But yeah, that was pretty funny. It turns out a whole bunch of other people in the group were paying attention, so I don't feel as bad being I wasn't the only one. But I still think it's kind of funny. I would feel worse, I'd say, if I was like the only one and somehow caused a wipe by being the one to miss that. I guess I should do that in raid. I didn't even check if they wanted me to switch to tank for this. Okay. Do we actually have almost a full group? That is insane. We have 11 people in this. Usually when we raid, we have like 6 to 8 maybe. So I'm making 11. It's kind of crazy. Should make it easier and a little bit faster. When he says fear, hide behind the pillars. Like these pillars? Or just these lights? But yeah, I'll try that. Also, oh, for next boss, okay. Oh, I thought you were saying for next attempt. That makes sense. Gotcha. I'll eat one of my fancy teal foods. And I guess it only lasts 5 minutes, but Daleman's crams. I am doing really bad on food. I need to get one of the Ken's cooks to give me some. Or there's this fancy thing called the auction house, which you can just access on the go. I can see if any good Landreval players have posted some level 1, what would this be, 131 food. Okay, there's a decent bit. For 44 gold, I'd take 100 yellow ones. Give a good fellowship buff. I am still so used to stance swapping for DPS Warden. Just not having played, I suppose, DPS Warden in the raid or even 6-man setting all that much. I have to get used to stance swapping not being optimal. Okay, so we're going to, I think, go up in that order. And now I have these. We also have Oathbreakers. It turns out it's too far away for Surety of Death, but that's fine. And then here. And we're trying some funky sort of half rotation thing. Okay, so Thundering Blows. I think this is the one where, yeah, he'll do circles. It's actually kind of good if we stay in the same area to start, it seems like. Because now they're going to be spread out. Yeah. Oh, no. I wonder how many of those you can survive, or if it is like a one-shot if you just get hit by it. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with range, it should have actually done damage. How's my health doing? Okay, that's actually a pretty bad wound. I did not mean to use Ready Blade, but that's okay. I'm just, if I had to potion. Actually, I do have a potion easily accessible. Okay, so I have no idea what gambits I have on. I know I don't have a couple of these guys. And I'm still not as familiar with the lead icons since they changed them, but I think with this guy, he'll be set for a moment here. Let's give him an interrupt. Oh yeah, and I have to use Javelin of Deadly Force. Don't have to, but it's good if I do. Okay, this time we're keeping them clumped a little bit better. I'm guessing that's the optimal. Like, if you run this in high tiers, I'd imagine it actually gets kind of important to... I don't know important, but easier to manage, I would think, if you actually try to stay a little bit clumped, but there's also a ton of room. It doesn't seem to be much of an actual problem. Alright, I'm just gonna hope this is the DPS square. By the time I use all my buffs, my first buff's gonna go off because it lasts like 10 seconds. I suppose at least I am buffing the hunter. That's the main person I'm buffing. In terms of damage, I guess everybody gets the attack duration with fire at will. I guess I'll interrupt one. Oh. There is a fear with this boss. I feel like I keep using that same bleed. Also, we're gonna have to move in a minute. There we go. Hey there, Ivan. Oh, what am I doing? I am bad. I didn't really take much damage, but I was running into circles there. At least Fire at Will's animation's a lot faster. And then I might have used Spirit Fade already, but that's okay. Lotro is still fun, yes. It would be quite bad if it weren't. Okay, I'll interrupt this guy. But today, we are running the new raid. This is my first time doing this part of the raid. I think I did the third boss and part of the fourth boss. This is the first boss. And I will say, so far the raid's pretty good. The boss fights seem to just take forever, though. These guys have tons of health. Which I think is relatively normal for... like raids, but I don't know, this one just seems, in my first experiences with it, it seems a little bit excessively long. Hopefully I'm not dragging a circle into the group. Alright, we seem to be safe. We really do bunch up in the corner here. Yeah, otherwise the raid hasn't been too bad so far. I'm just a bit nitpicky with certain things in raids. So it's something I pay extra attention to my first time in a raid. I'm like, is this stuff going to bother me? Will I actually want to run this raid more than one time? Ugh. Harder bosses is certainly okay, and I guess that is true. Having a raid go through like way too quickly is definitely a bad thing. Don't mind me clicking here for a second, my arm's too sore. I clearly haven't worked out my DPS Warden muscles enough. There we go. Those were clumped nicely. There we go. Easy peasy. And hopefully there's good loot. There is a pocket item with tons of vitality. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'd actually rather that than my current pocket item. Honestly, a little bit sad to lose the incoming healing, but I get more vitality. I am just like, I'm a sucker for morale. Technically, if I'm playing DPS right now, I actually have a whole other pocket item that's better than both of those. If I can find it. Hold up. Yeah, I have a lot of gear to go through and organize on this character, but you see, I have this problem. I don't know if y'all ever notice it, but a little secret. I have inventory issues in this game. Sometimes my inventory gets a little bit full. It's rare that that happens, but it does indeed happen. That's an interesting one. Oh, I can disenchant those gloves. Yeah, all this stuff I can disenchant. Hold up. This guy, there's my DPS pocket item. Also, I'll go ahead and head in here. Hopefully I'm not missing anything important. Okay, looks like just AoE fights. I feel like I'm standing in bad stuff. Okay, let me take a moment to sort my inventory. Why do I have so much stuff, useful stuff, that's not locked? I guess it's been a while since I've gone through my inventory. That would explain it. There we go. Oh, can't even do that in combat. Oh yeah, we should probably remove corruptions. That is right. Because if I remember correctly, is it these trolls that have the minus 40% incoming damage or whatever it is? There we go. I think a lot of these boxes are essences, but if I am going for DPS, Oh, neat. I don't know how I missed that quest, because I got a whole bunch of them outside. Thought I got all of them at least, I guess. Maybe not. Looks like I just need to purge my vault. Oh, this is terrible. And see, all this stuff, like, I have it in here for a reason. Just scrolling through here, I'm like, okay, yeah, all this stuff has a use, sure. But it takes up so much space. I'm actually going to look at my crafting carryalls. Can you open multiple at once? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Ivan, you're exactly right. We gotta stop the fight. My bags are too much to handle. We'll just let them do all their evil stuff here in the meantime. I see there's probably stuff that could go on these. Like, what about this guy? Where's the other one? Okay, we're still not pulling stuff at least. There we go. I got rid of one thing in my vault. See? It actually works. I've gotten rid of 2 things. Wait, this isn't even full. It's on auto gather, but can't auto gather because, yeah, when I just put in my inventory like that, it doesn't auto gather. There we go. But see, reinforced ilex boards. What if, like, if I take that out? Okay, that's still 49. But still, that's a possibility that I would actually have the same thing in these 2 guys. But either way, I did free up some inventory spaces, or vault spaces. Wait, you can't split spine, you can't use Discord while Lotro. Some people have had issues where they like push a talk sometimes won't work. I usually haven't had issues with it, but that's one unfortunate thing about Discord basically being the universal communication program. Do you think they would mind if I pull these guys? Nah, they should be fine with that. Also, I'm having power issues. This is bad. We are on Langerball. I don't know who's draining the power, but that was not part of the plan. Honestly, I don't even know if we needed to pull that group. But I think if we want to do the quest, I think we do. So Miradonna, you said that you're new to Lotro, you've raided in other games before and wondering how endgame in Lotro and how much work it is to get a character ready for raiding. Well, ready for basic raiding, as in just tier 1 entry level difficulty, is not that much. But if you want to really outfit your character and get them well equipped, well suited, almost overly readied for raiding, it takes a ton more time. I find it kind of interesting and somewhat annoying that for Lotro, getting your character kind of baseline ready for just simple group content at endgame is not that difficult, but to get much beyond that, it's like the amount of time you need to invest goes way up. But then once you have your character there, to keep progressing them after that, the time you need to invest actually goes down, in my experience at least. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of an odd dynamic to me. But yeah, it looks like we're doing all this stuff, which it sounds like you only need to do it for the quest, but that is one thing that means you spend more time doing the trash fights. Which if they don't drain power, I guess it's okay, but this is kind of a, in terms of difficulty, which we were talking about earlier, this is a relative snooze fest. Maybe there are only 3 bosses. I thought when my kin did this, by the time I joined, they actually killed 2 bosses, but it's possible that there are only 3. See, I was surprised when I learned that there were 4, but that is not a thing that Wardens do anymore. But there were 4 because I thought there were 3. I don't know, we'll see. We'll find out. Let's see, we don't have a burglar here. I don't know anybody that really plays burglar in my kin, which would explain why we don't have a burglar here. Iron Crown Repository. Interesting. Are repositories like an actual physical thing like this? Oh, what server am I on? Landreval? Did I not already say that? We're on Landreval. Formerly Lenore. Yeah, just shout out me if I forget to answer a question. That works. So Sandals, you said you love the Lotro under level 50 experience despite lack of fast travel on banks. And max level stuff is also great. There you go. Best of both worlds. I find myself to be fairly similar where I find the game to, I don't know, it's not the most fun in the mid-level ranges. For me in particular, like I love Rise of Isengard content. I like Mirkwood and Adoith. So really it starts with Rohan, and there's nothing even particularly bad about Gondor or Mordor, or I actually like a lot of the level 120 content. And even beyond that, but there's kind of a wall, I feel like, between and just those mid-level ranges. Even though I like, again, Moria, Mirkwood, I would say 50 to like 120, maybe even 130 are just not as fun. I love the Minas Morgul content to get to 130, but yeah, it's just weird. I think that's why it's difficult for me to just play those characters that are in those level ranges, even after I keep doing old Warden stuff. Don't mind me doing that. I should actually check though, how much damage does Exaltation of Battle do? Because that is, the numbers I was seeing there, that is actually not terrible. It's not good, but I would actually consider that in a DPS rotation as the lowest priority AoE dot. It's not really impressive, but let's see, compared to something like Boar's Rush, oh, it's actually pretty weak compared to Boar's Rush. I didn't know Boar's Rush did that much damage, to be honest. It must be Unseen Strike that's the weak one. How much does something like Combination Strike do? Okay, that's a little bit better than I thought it was, at least. I think if you kill the priest, doesn't the spirit disappear or something? Any damage is good damage against the enemy of free people. That's true. But let's see. Dakota, you were wondering about new ranking video after the next round of class rebalances. Probably not. The reason I say that is a lot of people have requested that, but one thing is I have not done that much level 140 content, like compared to say what I did in 130 when I released that video way back when. Or what was that? Yeah, that was 130 cap. So I'm a little bit less informed, I would say, about just what people use and even the meta. It's something I just don't really care to pay attention to. Partially, I do try to keep up with it, obviously, but it's not something that I am intimately familiar with, to where I feel comfortable making a video on it. And it's also really difficult, I found, to do a video like that because there are so many different ways you can do class rankings. The one I did in 2021, would that have been? At least in terms of viability for favorites, of course, that nothing really matters with that, so I could easily do a video like that if that's what you're more so interested in. But as far as like a power ranking type video, it is a bit complicated because I try to, okay, yeah, I agree, play for fun, not for win, but it's complicated because I try to do it agnostic to the specific content at level 130, but people are interested in something, maybe, at least some people were from the comments. People were interested in something that was maybe more specific to the current raid at the time, which I think would have been, let's see, it's as... not as Annibal's Bloody Threshold. As Annibal's is the 130 zone that had a similarly named camp for some odd, funky reason that I don't remember at the moment. Ooh. But anyway, and kind of, I was going to say short, but, and however long it took me to say that, hopefully that makes sense. Hyper Cynic, I feel like I remember you making a comment on one of my recent videos, so if you did, thanks for that. But you said you found my channel yesterday when you were looking for, oh, it was that one, okay, the leveling guide, I assume. Yeah, glad that was helpful. I'm hoping I could potentially make a new version of that updated after Umbar comes out. See what they have plans for 2024, Standing Stone games that is, for the game, and, you know, if there are any other relevant updates, just to have a more updated version. I might work on that. There are, of course, other improvements I think I could make to it, but yeah, that was quite the project, and fortunately it's turned out to be successful and worth it. It's the thing that really lacked on YouTube that I found was a fairly thorough leveling guide for Lotro. And oh, this is the Fears one, okay. Yeah, so when I got home, this would have been last Friday. When I got home, my kin was actually in the middle of this fight by the time I booted up the game, or booted up my computer. and I remember somebody to like show me what was happening. They streamed it on Discord, and I remember seeing them do this. I was paying zero attention to the mechanics, but I do remember them hiding behind the pillars, I'll put it that way. Also, I should, oddly enough, probably not focus too much on the ads. I'll use my AoEs, of course, but I could probably keep priority on the boss and just cleave, really. We have a lot of champions, which is also unusual for my kin. It is true, knowing your class is half the fight. Knowing your class and also being able to actually play the class, maybe those combined for half the fight. Oh, hey. It was Ritual of Rebinding. That was kind of funny. We interrupted one of his mechanics by doing so much DPS that we went to his next mechanic. If the spirits hit him, do they like heal him or something, I'm guessing? Or buff him in some way? Oh, I thought that was Glor doing all that damage. He is absorbing some damage. He has a corruption. What's his corruption? Oh yeah, let's remove that. Dang it. I was just preparing to remove a whole bunch of corruption tiers, but not necessary. What is necessary is me trying to do damage. Oh, can I make it in time? Perfect. What if we just hid him in a corner? Seems like it'd be pretty easy to hide behind a pillar at that point. But maybe that messes other things up. Corruption removal? Somebody already removed it, I think. Usually we don't have people... I feel like I'm criticizing my group saying this, but usually we don't have people quite that snappy with corruption removals. Okay, let me just make sure I use all my good AoEs here. Hypersonic, you've been playing Warden as your main and you love the class. What a crazy class to love. Yeah, it's kind of interesting with the Warden though, Stonecrow. The point you bring up is Warden has, without the Gambit system, it's already got a very unique aesthetic, class fantasy, all that sort of stuff. But on top of that, it has the very unique Gambit system as well. So it's got kind of two big draws for it. If you're interested in the Warden aspect of it as like the class fantasy, that general thing, then yeah, just stay here. That's funny. Oh, what's he doing? Ritual of Rebinding. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit the boss a little bit here. Don't mind me. Look, if they wanted high burst DPS to kill mobs like this quickly, they would have hired a Warden. Okay, maybe I should actually help. I was kind of curious though what would actually happen if they hit it, but I'll actually contribute a little bit more. Also, I'm doing stuff out of order, but that's okay. Oh yeah, he actually is taking less damage, it looks like. It's kind of hard to see with the numbers. Somebody was talking about number bloat, but this is just so many numbers on the screen right now that's kind of tough to see. My arm is getting sore again. Oh, thank you, Fly for beers. Alright then. I went here way too early. Also, I don't have the buff. There we go. I almost stood in that. But yeah, if you don't like the Gambit system, I can see it being kind of frustrating because I would probably really enjoy a Warden class even without the Gambit system. It'd be kind of interesting if they can think of some sort of Warden-like class that is maybe fairly similar, not the exact same, but something you know, kind of in the realm of similarities, that doesn't use a gambit system. Am I standing in bad stuff, or is that Lore Master stuff? That is Lore Master stuff. Also, I have aggro, and I am not tank spec'd. Well, I guess that means I'm doing pretty good in terms of DPS then, if I'm the first one to take aggro there. That's pretty good. Also, what's this debuff? Decreased mitigation, alright then. So, Hyper, you slap 3 action bars vertical with each combo in order. That's actually... Ooh, that'd take a lot of space, but... What's the spirits? Sure, we'll use Culmination Strike, why not? Oh, oops. Paying 0 attention. I blame Jimmy for distracting me with the AS there. If you ever want to buff left forearm, or if you play southpaw, is that what it would be called? Keyboard with your right hand. If you want to really buff forearm, just play the Warden. And maybe use similar keybinds to what I have at least. Can we squeeze it? Alright, I'll hide. And we killed the boss and our reward is lag. Wow. Also, I did not realize I had this many free inventory spaces. That is actually insane. Now. Okay, see, this is something that is simple disenchant. I think. Yeah, no, who wants parry? Nobody. I certainly hope nobody. And these pants, these are DPS pants, so if I wanted to boost my DPS up, then this would be an entire possibility for me to want to equip. They're also higher item level. These gloves are actually tankier gloves with less vitality. Oh, that's a little funky. I'll put them in the vault. This chest piece is actually an upgrade. Wow, that's just a straight upgrade. I think this is one where I was kind of debating what sort of essence I want to put in it. I'll put that guy in there. I think this guy will go in there as well. Actually, I have to look at some of this stuff, but I'll just put it in to get out of my inventory. Out of sight, out of mind, which is kind of a bad thing to an extent. Okay, so I actually do want to take some of that stuff back and just trade it for other different things, because that makes a lot of sense. I really need an upgrade cloak, especially for the tanking, not necessarily for the DPSing. Also, I finally have an upgraded ring. Wow, that's like my 2 worst pieces of gear. Well, my pocket item isn't great. I know I got a new one that I need to look at, but the pocket item and my 2 rings are like my worst pieces, and then my cloak probably behind that. The cloak's pretty nice for DPS just because a lot of crit and physical mastery, but it's, I mean, it's the shield of the hammerhand. But yeah, this is probably going to take me a moment to really decide how I want to distribute the essences with my gear. I have a lot of flexibility in virtues, but again, I feel like I'm primarily built for a tank at this point. It's also fun to build for tanking, at least to me. Empowered wizardry. I guess everybody got loot that they want besides that empowered wizardry. What did I get? I got resolution, damage, and healing. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Tank Warden is really fun, especially after the revamp. As I mentioned in the Warden review video, I feel like one of the reasons I'm so drawn to want to Warden tank is because they just got a whole lot of fun stuff that Redline didn't get anything really comparable to. In particular with things like advanced techniques. Oh, and also, I miss a couple particular things with Warden DPS, especially in AoE. But I think it's good to be built for tank. I can still contribute decently with damage and DPS spec with tank gear. But if I optimize all my best gear for tank, I still technically have some DPS options. Like here, if I equip this, like physical mastery. Oh, I have a ton of that, but that's probably because we have tons of buffs going on here. But finesse should be fine for this. Crit rating I could improve, but my DPS stats are not terrible. But just equipping these 2 pieces, my physical mastery, well, that's not a very good direct comparison, but I think that would be capped, but it's really weird, so maybe not. Crit rating is... What? Oh, all these buffs are throwing me off. I am much more familiar with stats without buffs, but yeah. With Warden tank, you can just solo the 3-mans. Oh, definitely. Oh. I was going to wait to see how long it took that corruption to get removed, but they removed it quick enough. Okay. Wash your back. I realized that was very random, but my kid is talking about the Discord soundboard and sound effects they can put in. Somebody recommended World of Warcraft sounds as a joke. Trillions of health. Oh boy. Also, my health went way down when I equipped those 2 DPS earrings. Those really contributed to my high health pool, wow. I mean, never mind that they have almost 16,000 vitality each, and this one has a couple vitality essences to go along with it. I totally missed what they said, but I heard my name, and I think it was Mess with Louie. Oh, that'd be good. Oh, what was terrible itemization wise? Oh yeah, all the WoW level stat squishes and then the level squish. Well, that was kind of crazy. It did mess up some of my characters, and I know people want that type of stuff in Lotro. I wouldn't mind just having a number squish, but there's so much that could go wrong with that. Perhaps it's possible they could just divide every number by 10. And then you'd have, basically, you convert your 2 million morale into 200,000. But I could also see people being like, I don't know if this was much of the experience in WoW, but you basically feel like your character's nerfed because their health is so much lower, even though it's all just like relatively the same. But you lose big number, which makes for big sad. Like, I worked so hard here to get close to 2 million morale, and if they just did a stat squish tomorrow that reduced everything by a factor of 10, I'd be irritated I never did get up to the 2 million, even though I think at this point I can. If I, like, properly equip my gear here, go tank spec. We'll do that, I think, for the third boss. We'll probably have, like, a break, and I can equip my gear for that. I guess I can do a little bit more damage here. I'm so tempted to pull the other group. I already did that once on them, and I somehow got away with it. They could take a logarithmic way to squish it down. That would help with the exponential scaling, which has gotten worse in Lotro. I don't know if it's exactly, well, actually, I think it is about exactly exponential, because it was, at least for a while there, it was every stat range, for each level range that is, just doubled. So with each new level cap, the stats just doubled. I don't know if that's still the case, but that was like maybe 115, 120 to 130 era, at least, if I remember correctly. Wait, Lore of the Blade's not champion? That's funny. I'm doing a death speed run. I don't know if we're going in each of these rooms. But yeah, it's something that, and WoW, I feel like it was a little bit worse, because within the expansion, stats would go like way significantly up. I feel like, oh, when was this a really annoying issue? Because the last time I played level cap content before Dragonflight was great. That's been my favorite expansion in a long time in WoW. I realize I haven't played it much lately, but I basically got my fill of it, and it was, for an odd change of pace, very fun. But yeah, that was a big thing in WoW that annoyed me, was how much the stats went up within the same level cap. Also, don't mind me using 2 resounding challenges there in a row. But at least with Lotro, the stats, yeah, they go up within the expansion. So like the base, I don't know, 450 item level compared to 480 that we even have now. For it. Do I really not have an example equipped? Okay, maybe on this side I do. I have so much 470s. Alright, we'll go to my inventory. For 483, the stats are higher, but they're not like wow crazy higher. I'll just put it that way. But I remember experiencing it in Legion, because that was the last WoW expansion that I actually played at the level cap. Somewhat significantly, again, before Dragonflight. This raid so far is not too bad, just as a status update. I realize it's gotten with these trash fights a little bit to the background, but at least on tier 1, these trash fights are short enough that they haven't been too annoying, and it's, you know, if we didn't go into these rooms to clear these guys out for the quests, it could be a whole lot quicker. Like, we've been here, I think, not even an hour yet, and we're through with 2 bosses and well on our way to the 3rd one. So I thought I already used this. Maybe I should just spam Boar's Rush at this point. This is such a foreign concept to me, AoE fights lasting this long and playing the new Warden. But maybe that's the strategy. And mix in... Well, no, Exaltation of Battle is worse. I already covered that. Unless I need the heal, but I shouldn't. But make sure dots are maintained and Boar's Rush spam. I'd have to test, though. It's kind of hard to test this in Lotro. But I would have to test... consuming... Like, actually using Unseen Strike in rotation versus just spamming Boar's Rush, basically. I guess I'll focus the Sorcerer here. But yeah. That is also true, Jefferbit. The gear gap becomes worse when you have some of these crazy stats. Like, we even have in this group, I think, some relatively fresh 140s. Maybe most people are decently geared now, but when we play, especially like 3-mans or 6-mans, is where you can really notice the difference between a fresh 140 and an even somewhat decently geared 140, just because. Do we go upstairs? This feels like deja vu because I thought... I don't know, maybe we went here, but... I honestly don't know why we killed those, but that's fine. I'm just a little bit confused if you can't tell. Anyway, let's see. Am I somewhat caught up on chat at least? Oh, I'm in range stance. That's fine. Yeah, the floors are similar. Ooh, glad you love the captain when you tried it, Hypercynic. I don't know if you are relatively new to the game, if you are familiar with the captain before the revamp, like if you ever played it before the revamp, but I find it to be much better post-revamp. I know I haven't played it much, but I kind of have to be a bit picky with the characters that I play, with the limited time that I have to play Lotro, and it just means that Captain's not my highest priority character, basically, but I do really enjoy it after the revamp. I'm gonna go ahead and get in this room so I don't have any issues. Although I think for the 3rd boss you can't go here, but the 4th boss you can, or something like that. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch off to tank spec. And I'm going to start to look at some of these other gear options that I have. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. Well, third boss. Okay, so I have 2 bracelets, and they're a little bit weird, but they have 2 essence slots. They're just weird, but I think I can get them both. I'm not quite sure. The ornate silver grave band, that would be the one potential one I would want to keep. I think even for tanking, it's hard to want that fate. Critical rating. Yeah, for pure tanking, I would honestly rather the... Wait. Oh, that's a ring and bracelet. I'm looking at 2 different things here. Okay, the ring I definitely want. I think I need to replace the refined lapis silver ring. Unless I did want to go for pure tanking, then I would replace the topaz ring. But either way, I think at this point, let me see the stats that I have. Unfortunately, I'm buffed stat-wise. But I still think I need tactical mitigation. So I'm good putting, I hate to do this, but putting a couple tactical essences in that. I think that will be a good starting point here. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay, these are all winter delvers. There we go. And then I think I wanted to do that on the ring. Yeah, because that makes sense. And, oh, 1.936. That didn't help me quite as much as I thought it would. Pocket item, I think I'm about to even replace that. Didn't I get a pocket item? Where did it go? Oh no, is it in my vault? I hope it's in my vault and I didn't get rid of it somehow. That'd be bad. I'm like 90% sure I got a pocket item, didn't? Here it is. Okay, I'm just blind. Don't worry. Okay, now if I equip this, I just hate mitigation essences, but it's okay. Did I? No. Hold up, I have this. So it just gives you, oh, it just gives you 5 1000s. Okay. We'll use these. No problem. That's, what was that from? The 15th, 16th anniversary, maybe? I don't even remember where I got it. Yeah. I've had it for a while, and I just noticed the virtue cap went up to 86 at some point somewhat recently. Oh, that was very recent then. Apparently that was just 2 days ago it went up. Somebody asked what server? Oh, Hypercynic, you play on Langerball? Oh, Gladden. Okay. Oh, like, I think both Erigarth and Carn Dum you used to get keys. I don't even know if that was a question, but in both of those instances, you do get keys. Anyway, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I do have something to show off here. Oh, have I not had the cat cam up this whole time? I can't believe nobody called me out on that. There used to be a cat there. Actually, there still is, but she's kind of right here behind it. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to wake her up. Man, I'm so embarrassed now. Anyway, yeah. What I wanted to show off was my eye health. There we go. That should be nice and visible. That is so pixelated. But oh, my cursor isn't capturing. Good job, OBS. It never likes to capture the Lotro cursor. Oh, now it is. Nice. But up to 2 million, finally. I did it. See our Guardian tank? Oh no, y'all can't. I'm totally gonna call him out. Our Guardian tank doesn't even have 2 million. How embarrassing. Plus he has, look, wait. He even has these things. I don't have one of those. I could be up to like 2.1 million. Okay. I'm done with that. Although I actually have plenty of these buffs if I really needed to use it. Like if we have trouble with this fight, it'd probably actually be useful for me to use it. Yeah. I was curious, so one of the things with these two earrings I have is technically they're from different sets, and I didn't realize that at first. They're both earrings of the Fated Pair, but they don't count together because, I don't know, Lotro reasons. What I would consider not great design reasons, but one of them's for might, one of them's, I think, agility is what it would be. The agility one being the one on the left and the might one being the one on the right, but they don't actually work together. Because, yeah. But anyway, that was something I didn't realize at first, despite them both being earrings of the Fated Pair. They're just different fated pairs of earrings. So the whole point is, it's possible that I'd want this purple earring instead of the other teal earring. In particular, the might one has outgoing healing, which I don't know what Warden wants outgoing healing. That's a kind of fun stat, but its uses and I think end at that. It has might, which gives me a little bit of physical mastery. It has critical rating, which I don't care too much about, but it has 2 essence slots, which is somewhat important. I also have mitigation essences on those, and this purple one has vitality, which could be used to boost up my health. It also has tactical mitigation through just its stats. So I think, yeah, physical mitigation here. I think I am plenty good on physical mitigation, but if I don't need the tactical mit, could this one be better? I totally lost my train of thought with this, but oh, where did it go? Here it is. But yeah, I'd get a little bit more vitality as the main benefit, and it'd be extra safe with the physical mitigation. And importantly, did I replace the wrong one there? Wait, did I lose morale from that? No, I did gain morale. Okay, it's like 7k morale. It's pretty minor, but yeah. Oh, and then this chest piece. That is the other thing. This is a more of a DPS-oriented chest piece, but I could just put vitality in it to be pretty straightforward and simple. And I think I'll go ahead and do that. Might not necessarily be the best, but it's something I'd be fairly happy on a piece like that, giving me some later flexibility with it. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I might be able to get up to 2.2 million. That's my next goal. 2,222,222. Now, how about shields? I think I finally organized my shield, so I think this is the best one that I'd have for tanking, and it does seem like it. Let's see, any other upgrades hidden in here? Oh, this bracelet, that's right. So for this bracelet, ooh, that'd be a lot of finesse that I lose though, honestly, with either of these. But I think for the 470 bracelet on the left, I think this could be an upgrade. And once again, just straightforward basic vitality for better or worse. So I think that will go. Oh, we still need the pocket item though. Well, okay, I have more essence boxes. Yeah, sure, we'll do vitality in that. I think this one's a little bit weaker, but that's fine. All right, I kind of have to just because I have so much morale now. There we go. That's what I got up to after all that. We surpassed the 7-2s. Two, 5, 8, 5, 4, 8. I think just 2 should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, we can... Yeah, we can take them and just trade off them as we need. Also, apparently I just muted myself, so let me repeat that. As a heads up, I'll have to pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing because I am going as tank. But for the third boss, it's probably going to be here forever, but we do have more DPS than last time. But it should be fairly straightforward. We deal with the ads, and then we just trade off aggro on the bosses, kind of like the good old turtle from level 50, well, level 58 to 60. I think you can open at 58, but the Moria raid. But yeah, I think I have pretty much everything that I need. I still have my food buffs, it looks like, at least for about an hour more. Oh yeah, the berry treasure event is going on, isn't it? I've never actually done that. I probably should. Also, somebody's really loud there. Well, let's see, these. Yeah, something like that I can just sell. We're doing a lot of inventory management today, which is honestly a great thing. This guy's still good for my DPS back. I hope your huge buried treasures got you something useful. I have no idea what you can get from it, but I'm guessing it's mostly cosmetic. Oh, apparently I have a whole nother piece of gear here that's higher item level. This one is a lot more DPS oriented. It's not the best itemization, really. It's Delver's gear. Yeah, that's really just DPS. I'd put like probably still need physical mastery for my DPS set. Okay, good. None may disturb the Witch King of Ingmar. The Witch King of Ingmar returned? Wow. Legendary items were revamped, not just to keep up with damage and stats on gear, they have been revamped for that, but just the whole system was revamped in 2021 with Fate of Gundabad. Oops, very slow on that taunt. Sorry. Yeah, hopefully this time it's less than an hour long fight. Like, oh, I have the recording of it, but we were here forever last time on this fight because we had not only not a full group, but again, we had, I think, 1 or 2 DPS characters, and that was it. Oh, there adds on the other side. So this time should be a little bit better. Getting thrown into lava sure does suck. Oh, I tried to do the DPS one. Oops. Imagine if we had a burglar. I'm just trying to contribute to the bleeds here. Yep. I just used the same 2 gambits. Oops. Somebody just stunned all those folks over there. Do you want to taunt Jimmy? Yep. I had aggro on everything there. Oh, apparently I had never surrender up. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Oh, how many tiers was I at? I was at 3 tiers, okay. Okay, I'm not going to taunt. I was about to taunt. I don't know if he's transferring the damage. It does look like damage transfers. So it can be lazy and target him. Oh, apparently the ads also get corruptions. Okay. Well, I'm here tanking. Fortunately, this is stuff I technically don't have to... Yep. Don't have to worry too much about. I could do something crazy like put my defensive buffs up when I'm the one doing the aggro holding here, so maybe I'll do that for a second. Okay, and then I have 2 more important buffs. Let's do those with this. And because why not, I'll go ahead and use that. And there we go. I'm all buffed up for a minute. It could be. I'm at tier 4. Thank you. Well, I'm like, okay, my health is going down, so maybe I'll see what buff level I'm at. Turns out it's tier 4. See, I take so little damage that I get complacent until I get to tier 4. I'm like, oh, I gotta actually react to this stuff. And it's kind of crazy when I actually put like my defensive buffs up that, hey, I take less damage. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Wow, it's powerful. You don't want to try tier 4? Oh, apparently he doesn't want to try tier 4. This reminds me of the World of Warcraft boss. It was like Scarlet Monastery. When we basically killed the guy, the priest, I think is how it would have worked. And then the priestess resurrects him. He doesn't die, but she is the Witch Queen, not king. And it's not the same, but it kind of reminds me of that whole, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that whole scenario. Skit. That's oddly the word I was looking for. Something like it, at least. But now we get to do the same thing with 2 of them. Yeah, Moorgrain and Whitemane. We need that one. That's like my favorite voice line in the entire game. If you all are familiar with Zagroth, is that what he called it? The Mordor instance? What is that called? I don't think it's Zagroth, but maybe it is. Yeah, it's not Zagroth, that's a new one. Oh, we didn't do that last time. Oh, are we keeping them separated? Eight. And then what tier do you want to trade off on? Okay. Apparently we're going to keep them separated this time, which is fine. It's just different than what we did last time. Sure. Alright, that works. I was going to move over that way. Okay, she's gonna absorb everything. Well, if she's absorbing everything, I'm just gonna stack up my defensive buffs when I'm fighting her. But what's that called? It's the Moria instance, not Moria, Mordor instance with a bat lady. It's got the best voice line in the entire game. I'd do tier 5. That's the only tier I haven't run. Sure. And now that we're on the chieftain momentarily, I will just pump in some DPS. sure I use my buff and group buff, why not? But maybe that explains some of the reason it took us so long the first time when we just had them together, because we were able to survive it, but nobody knew what was going on. That was our first time in it, and we typically don't try to look things up or like basically spoil it. It's more interesting learning the mechanics on your own to me. He is almost down, but I'll have to take her anyway. Oh no, I did that out of order. Hold up. We're gonna get an incoming damage debuff on her. There we go. And along with that, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of damage. Yeah, couldn't they be like blue puddles? It's really hard to see when they're red puddles on a red floor. Trying to not go too far. Gargoyles up. I heard gargoyles and that made me think they were up. Google is not lore accurate? That is true. It did take me a second to realize what you were talking about. I have Tier 4. I don't know if you have boss aggro though. Okay. Hard to tell. Also, apparently I'm pulling up like G-Force experience. Trying to do my push to talk and word and gambits at the same time. Oh yeah. I remember this. Because I died from it last time. Do you need me to taunt or anything? Okay. Do incoming damage debuff. Idea what gambits I've used. That seems perfectly logical. Where was Google when the West Pole fell? Busy making cookies. Oh, do we have ads coming out? Or are we just... okay, we're just moving. Her. Should have it. More DPS, why not? Oh, our other tank went down. That's okay. You know what? I'm gonna be greedy and go for an incoming damage debuff on all these guys. We probably need corrupt removals if I had to guess, is like our big... oh, Jimmy's back up. is like our big thing right now. Which I could help with. I'll just do that for a little bit. Oh wow, we really need corruption removals. That's all. Okay, I think things are settled a little bit. We do have one DPS down, but I think we've gotten through this pretty decently now. I forget what these puddles do. Oh yeah, 2 seconds damage. Okay. We actually have DPS this time. Okay, is there a third long phase? Or not long phase, but a third phase before we fight the crystal? Random thing, but does anybody know the show, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, that was on Netflix? I think it was only 1 season. But I really enjoyed that show. It's like the only relatively recent TV show that I have actually really enjoyed. I'm stunned. Oh, I didn't get it in time. That's a bad stun. See. We have a bunch of captains, but I guess no reses. If you have a res, can you res me? Thanks. Captains, they lost their double res, didn't they? There's another stun. I wonder if that's something that I'm missing that causes the stun, but... Oh, I didn't mean to taunt. That's okay, that should be okay, but I did not mean to. Oh, wow. I wonder if that's a I need to have my back to that type of thing, it looks like. That was the first time I got hit with the knockback, but it was just bad timing. Well, I don't think it's ever good timing to get hit with the knockback, but... But, if we get rezzed up, like we still have 1 captain up, 1 captain and 1 minstrel. Well, there we go. Oh, this is a long fight though. Oh, where do we get respawn? I think... Do we go downstairs? I don't think we'd go downstairs, because I would think we'd go north. But it could be that we are supposed to go down. Okay, this looks a little bit more correct in terms of where we need to go. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fun fight, but it just takes so long, so it feels terrible to lose at that point. If each of those phases was about 25% as long, I would like this raid significantly more. But I think now that we know a little bit more with the gargoyles, that we'll be able to handle that a little bit better, hopefully. But I think the pillars even do damage if you run into them. Like, I don't know if this will instantly kill me. No, it doesn't instantly kill you, but it does damage. Oh, you can interrupt them? Well, then that should... Hopefully we can have people interrupt them. I was only half paying attention to what they were saying. But yeah, interrupting is basically always useful. I can try to help with my stun. I think I even was using that a little bit or trying to, but there was a whole lot going on there. And when I was getting stunned, that's the particular thing that wasn't helpful for me. Yeah, the fourth boss might be even tougher. Don't know at this point, to be honest. The first two were relatively easy. I know we wiped on the first one, but it seems like everybody, including me, was not paying any attention. So once we all started to actually somewhat pay attention, we got through it just fine. Second boss, I don't remember any trouble from it. Third boss, very long fight, and in particular this last part causing a bit of trouble. I also think we used a lot of combat reses during the first couple phases. Once I noticed notifications, they annoy me. There we go. Oh, I think we might recruit one more person to actually have a full raid. You know, this is the perfect time for me to try something. I don't know how to do it. Okay, actually I do know how to do it. Yeah. So we're basically just waiting for somebody to come into the raid. I'm gonna see if this works. Oh, okay. Hey, there we go. Oh, I think we're about to start. Never mind. I was about to play not Breath of the Wild, the Tears of the Kingdom. And that was going to be my raid break game. Oh, knockback is from the witch, not the gargoyles. Are the gargoyles the stun ones then? Oh yeah, lava always breaks everything. I actually don't know if they are gargoyles. They were just calling them gargoyles, but they kind of looked like it, and gargoyles are fun. Oh, apparently we're using goad. That's okay. Trying to keep the boss targeted. I'm just too used to tab targeting. Our minstrel's standing awfully close to the lava. It's kind of concerning. Should be fine if they don't get knocked back or accidentally backpedal into it. Perfect timing. Oh, there's a bunch of Warden stuns. Just in case not everybody was hit by it, we'll do... Well, I thought I was going to do a full another round, but not quite. Oh, I was not paying attention to my health. My bad. Make sure I got morale taps going. That'll be my first line of defense against these guys. You know, it would help if you actually pay attention. No, I think real life. I realize I haven't actually tried to say your name, but okay, I'll call you Real. I definitely appreciate the tips, but I'm also glad that you're aware that that is a little bit spoiling, but at this point we have seen pretty much most of that. Like, we've been in the fight and have seen that, so it's not really much spoilers at this point. So that's perfectly fine. Now for the fourth fight, it would be preferred if you don't spoil mechanics until we actually at least try it once. Okay. I heard corruptions, but I don't see anybody that needs corruptions removed. Make sure I have everything taunted. Wait, this run is going way worse than the first one. But suddenly that's disappeared. I have no idea what buttons I'm pushing. I'm just like brain foggy right now. Probably because I've been standing here playing for so long. It's not even been 2 hours, wow. Although I've kind of been like that all day. It's not been the most clear of mind days, I guess. I don't know. Alright. There you go. Oh, I must have pressed U. I was wondering why my character moved forward like that. That was so confusing. But I pressed U. I was like, what button did I press? Oh, you didn't drink your jug? I'll get the... Which one are you on? Okay, I'll get the chieftain. Well, I guess I'm starting off on my DPS phase. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that to be safe. No need to play around with it. I think we're at 3 tiers if you want to swap. 4 tiers. Trying to use keybinds with a Warden and have a push to talk button for Discord at the same time. It's not work out all that well. Oh yeah, I have advanced techniques, rapid techniques, whatever that's called. I have an ability to do stuff faster. I guess I just spam these same buffs. I mean, why not? Just help maintain them for when we do switch off to the DPS guy. Sure. In fact, I'll do a pro Warden move and switch to range dance for that brief duration. I'm gonna give myself a self kill there. Alright, I guess I'm using my World Tap. Not necessarily intended, but that's what we went with there. They can't quite stay in. I guess I'll move this way. I feel like I'm using the same gimmicks over and over, but sometimes that just happens. They blur together. No. Oh yeah, ads. That works. I think two, but I can't see. Should be fine. For surrender, still not triggering. They're healing me too much. I had my don't die cooldown up, but yeah. I don't know if it matters if you put your house in a populated neighborhood or not. Honestly, I don't own a house in Lotro at this point. They haven't released a housing neighborhood that has greatly appealed to me enough so that I actually want to buy a house and invest time in it. Like, I kind of like some of the ideas with some of the housing neighborhoods, but with how expensive it is in terms of mithril coins and how much time it would take to actually organize anything in the house, there hasn't been one that's put me above the threshold to actually purchase it. I used to own a elf house, and at one point I also owned a hobbit house. I had a button stuck, but I need to put that on battle memory. Oh, wrong button. Oh, that's bad. Oh well. It's not really bad, I mean, I used a defensive cooldown. Is that the stun? The boss? Alright, there we go. Okay, I need to get rid of it. That's really bothering me. There's actually a decent bit of lag going on right now. Nobody's calling out any puddle issues, so I'm assuming we're pretty fine at this point. Okay, I'm going to check corruption removals. Looks mostly fine. I used a taunt. Okay, I'm trying. There she is. I could actually do something crazy like have her like that. Those are some advanced read techniques as well. So that way I could easily target her if I lose her. Update. Huh? Sand and Snow, you said you don't think they can up the top of the Warden changes from that last update. Oh, I'm stunned. Okay. But is there anything specific with update 36 that you like, Sand and Snow? That makes it even better than a Warden revamp somehow. Okay, so I think at this point we have to face her. Yikes. That really slingshot at me though. Yeah, she pulls us towards her. So if you're facing her, you'll go straight towards her, I think, something like that. Or like hide behind the pillar. You'll just get pulled into the pillar, I think. Maybe. He is, yeah, on the east side. Well, looks like things got bad after I said this last time, but looks like things are getting a little bit settled. But we still haven't even gotten to where we... Oh, we have gotten to where we fight both of them, never mind. Sure, yep. Okay, that won't make a tanker right here. I taunted. Looks like... I'll get the boss in a second. Oh, the strategy they're trying. It's keeping me alive. I gotta give them credit for that. That was a safe strategy for me. I was fixing there. Oh no, I should have just gone with Never Surrender. I just hate it not triggering. Looks more like a gargoyle. Wait, we got a dwarf res? We didn't have much problem with the gargoyles the first time we ran this. We had like no problems during this phase of the fight. It's just this time it's causing us trouble. Drozog. Druzog. Yes, they are, as far as I can tell, basically gargoyles. Fancy names for them, maybe? I don't know lore-wise if anybody knows if Druzog are, like, specifically mentioned in lore as, like, a gargoyle-like thing. So that's the entrance. Okay, we need to head east then. I think it was Druzog. Could have been Durzog though. Yeah, I think if we had I assume the champions can stun them. Maybe they can't. Maybe that's one of the problems. But if we had the champion and like Lore Master, even Hunters, I think would be more single target. But if we had some of those AoE interrupts. But it sounds like we might be stopping here since we have... But let's see. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, it sounds like this group... Oh, I could spam the boot. Can no longer use Wall of Steel or the other one. They don't interrupt anymore. Onslaught. But yeah, sounds like the group might be ready to wrap it up for the raid because we have been here for over 2 hours, which isn't necessarily that long, but it is a bit grindy with this third boss here. So I think we did have some interest in running the 3-mans. I am not interested in Sagroth, so nobody will be able to rope me into that one, but I'd definitely be up for the 3-mans and continuing going. So the stream is not ending, but the raid might be ending. We'll see. I think they're still trying to decide. It's like... I think I pretty much have all my good gear equipped. Good trade skill for burglar. A lot of them could be. Usually for my burglar, I don't know why, but I like weaponsmith for my burglar. Can craft daggers, weapons. Jeweler's never a bad option for any class. I like explorer on any class because just for gathering, but if you're looking to craft useful stuff, explorer could also be good for crafting yourself medium armor. But yeah, I don't know. I typically go weaponsmith with my burglar, but there are a bunch of other good options. And with the crafting revamp and updates that they have coming throughout the year, your vocation might matter less, as you should be able to just pick whichever actual crafting professions you want. So don't worry too much about it, because that's something you'll have flexibility to change, it seems like, with the revamp. Also, there's a cat ear. Cat ear. Kappa. Weird to see. Really, my stream's dropping frames right when I switch to the cat cam. YouTube hates cats confirmed. Or Spectrum. Spectrum's my internet. Spectrum hates cats. That is true. Selling low tier crafting resources can get you money. So actually, I don't know if we're continuing or not. I think they're trying to plan when they want to run this next, which I guess gets me to something that I haven't talked about just because I haven't thought about it, but I'm going to probably not be able to stream next week. Well, not probably, I won't be able to stream next week, but I should have videos. I talked about 2 Warden videos that I've been working on. If I really kick it into gear, no, I can't do that all tomorrow. I was gonna say I also had Lore Master and another Warden video, but no way I'm getting to all that. And then another really big project that should come out next week. So I will have videos, just won't have streams next week. Oh yeah, a lot of the ones that you have to gather, like the wood, the ores, those are typically the highest value ones because people are lazy and don't want to farm those. I didn't run any 3-mans. I ran Delvings this week. One barrow iron ingot for 1 gold. So for a full stack of 500, you have half 1,000 gold. You could quickly get to as much gold as I have. I have paid attention to the gold I have. Basically, 0 attention. The whole phrasing of that didn't work. But essentially, I've paid 0 attention to my gold in Lotro the past couple of years. $500 is indeed half 1,000. It's crazy. I wonder how much that stuff I can check on Langeable. How much that stuff goes for. Oh, I probably should get myself some food, but barrow. That's all the barrow iron on Langeable. Come on, Langeable. No, okay. Ore? There's gotta be some sort of ore. Well, I guess barrow iron's like 100 gold per ingot on Langeable. This is the only ore on the auction house, really? Do these people just not use the auction house to sell that stuff? I mean, it's not terrible population on the server. It's not like a Nor. Like when a Nor was getting shut down, I could totally see there being, I mean, there was even less than this in the entire auction house. But yeah, I think if you're on Langeable, sell it for 100 gold an ingot. If you put one up, I'll buy it. If somebody does that. Hello, Marcus. I am doing well today, although my legs are getting a little bit tired. Otherwise, I am fine. Oh yeah, I think we are quitting the raid, if it weren't obvious at this point. Hey, they have 2 million morale. I recently joined that club an hour or 2 ago. Oh, I can't have Runa left on that. Sorry, NPC. Where did all the NPCs go? Is it just me or like some of the NPCs missing? In particular, where did the Harad Corsair guy go? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, had to get that while I had the buffs. I guess I'll leave this. I don't remember who's running the 3-mans. I am totally distracted. Okay, good. We are doing tier 5. Oh yeah, I wanted to get that outfit for my captain. Good night. Oh, she left by the time I said good night. But yeah, we're gonna try tier 5 of the Poison Gardens. This should be fairly easy. We'll see though. Oh, apparently I had I sent the wrong screenshot with Hope token them up to 2.25 million. Okay. Let's see. Did anybody put any bear iron up? Nope. Somebody could have gotten 100 gold from me. Nice. Yeah, okay, this is too easy. With all the mini horns. Did I use? I don't see the Dance of Horror buff, but I might already have it. Oh, apparently we have a Scion in this. That shows. So did I. Shows how much attention I am paying to this. Scion. This is funny. I wasn't even targeting it, but it was the first one to go down. Sorry, I'm not ready. Wait. Oh, and is that what they say? I always see. It sounds like Wingardium Leviosa to me, but it's in Ylian Valorindia. Okay, that sounds. I tried to say it somewhat quick, but yes, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks it sounds like Harry Potter. It's been a long while since I've watched Harry Potter. Where can we pull that? I guess I need a taunt it quick. I guess they do a lot of damage to DPS guys in whatever tier we're on, tier 5. Okay, I might need to use a self-heal here in a second. Yeah, we'll do it to be safe. What do you get as a VIP in Lotro? Well, you get access to a whole bunch of quest packs that you would otherwise have to purchase. Mainly from, what would that be, like level 95 to 130. So you'd get all that content included in VIP, as well as things like mobile mailbox, so you get email. And then you also get, this is a lot of little things, but one of them is the subscriber town services that you can get at an, oh, that's 9? Nope, too late. The town services, that's the most OP item in the entire game that you can get from that. Yikes. Oh, that guy does a lot of damage. We were able to do tier 4 fairly easily, to be honest, but this guy does a lot of damage to me. Well, if I know anything, there's one simple strategy in Lotro to roll them all. Oh, you can't use it while moving, you can use it without induction. Also, apparently he's immune to stuns right now. Yeah. There's also one boss to roll them all. One strategy to roll them all, one boss to roll them all. And if I can properly show it here in a second. One strategy to roll them all is fighting. And the one boss to roll them all, lag. Is he actually slowable? Yep. He's immune to... I used a stun on him. He can be stunned, but he had his immunity from that. Yeah, he was hitting me for about half my health, which is about 1,000,000 damage a hit. I think he had some enrage buffs though. Also, we have a few of these. I agree, lag should be removed, just like Google, not lore accurate. Oh yeah, and missions, you would get those as VIP. All but the Gundabad missions and the Before the Shadows missions specifically, so you'd get the Wildwood missions, you'd get the Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins, you get Further Adventures of Eladon and Elrohir. You would get whatever other non-current expansion era stuff. You also get all the Return to Carn Dum content, because that's not technically a part of an expansion or mini expansion. The only content you don't get access to is the latest full expansion and latest mini expansion. Just, that might be a little bit of a clearer way to put it. We'll see what pulls. We have one route on the right, but the left one didn't pull. Just kidding, it pulled. I'm gonna bring them back towards the beginning. I should have never surrendered trigger. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, now I can move more. Hopefully my interrupt went off. I think it did. Oh, so much lag. Lag is not good with Warden. Even Lexi agrees. That's this cat right here. There she is. The third the second toughest boss in Lotro is the cat in front of your screen. So you can't see what you're doing, can't see what enemies are doing, and, well, you just can't see. I'm just gonna use random healing gambits so I stay alive. Cooking is definitely relevant at high levels. Cooks make good food, useful food. It's one of the most useful professions actually at high levels. Specifically for the consumables that they cook. She really likes Lotro, that's her favorite game. Well, good thing I didn't die there. I'm just gonna use restorative shield work. It has a short enough cooldown. I'll get myself all healthy again. Yeah, it used to be a lot of the little benefits you'd get from VIP would be... Actually, some of them would be permanent, but a lot of that stuff they've just implemented into the base game as free-to-play. Oh, we pulled one. I'm probably going to kite. Again, the best strategy in Lotro. Yep. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna work on my shield buffs next. Do y'all like my boss strategy? Is this entertaining? At least. I'm actually getting myself dizzy here. Oh, I got hit by a couple of those. I got hit by the middle thing. Anybody else dizzy? The problem with this is once I start going down, I usually go down so quickly. So I'm really making sure I'm up on my defensive buffs here. I think I still need... Oh, I should have when I did my power restore. I'll just do that again to be extra safe on power, and there we go. Now we have incoming damage buff. Let's see, I think I need Dance of War. That was it. And then Persevere is nice for not just the heal, but it does give an incoming healing buff. Looks like he doesn't have any bleeds on him. I thought I used one, but maybe it didn't actually hit. Wait, the Berserker did not trigger, okay. I was like, I don't think I saw it, but maybe it did. Ready blade, that means I need this one. And I think I'm good on my defensive buffs again. So Marcos, he said your cat sleeps in front of the screen and you can't see her spells and so many times because of it. Yeah, I feel so bad for moving my cat away, but I'm particularly Lexi there, more so than Piper, the one that's usually up front annoying me. She just loves watching the screen and seeing the things move and try to bat at my character also. Which I think is great, but it does mean that she gets in the way. There we go, first person Lotro. Was this how it was meant to be played the entire time? Oh no, your cat Jefferbit turns your computer off mid-game? That's horrible. I could just imagine if you play games like FPSs or, I don't know, Battle Royales. Those are often very similar, but that would be like games with matches, basically. That would be extra rough. Or like in the middle of a raid fight in Lotro. Just say, sorry, my cat turned my computer off. It was time to play with the cat. Give it treats. I felt uncomfortable with the hunter standing right in front of this guy. This Rotalema. Iron cow, is that what it translates to? I forget. If anybody knows, I'm curious now. Does Rotalema translate to iron cow? That's good that the cat turns it off when you're not doing anything too important. Ready for my tier 5 loot. Oh wow, I actually got something good. Wow. That is the best piece of gear I've like ever seen in Lotro. What do they get? They got an essence box. Alright then. I got some nice gear. I got crafting ingredient. Oh, they also got pauldrons. Those look a little bit ugly, but they just have different itemization. Dang, that really is a huge upgrade for tanking. Wow. I think I'm actually at a point where I need essence boxes. That's crazy. I have been so settled on essences for a long time. Let's see if I have a reclamation. Yeah, I have plenty of reclamations. Okay, so basically anything... Like this is 478, so that's probably the one I have equipped. I need just 1 second to get my essences. Is that the one? Yeah, I guess that's the one I have equipped. Could be my vault has something useful. That is low level. That's basically the same vitality though. Kind of interesting. Those are my crit pants. Ah, oh, that has physical mastery. Okay. That doesn't have anything. Yeah, it looks like all my essences are actually physical. Oh, I have a couple tactical mint ones. I can do that, but it's... yeah, sure. Well, I can't use my essence reclamation. Don't worry, I'm here to save the day. I've gotten to a point where I actually need essences again, which is kind of crazy. Alright, that's plenty of tactical mint, I sure hope. Oh, your cat, Marcos, drops your keyboard to the ground and stares there watching you. Wants you to play keyboard chasing. Yeah, I think, yeah. Although, that's a scion too. I think we can avoid them. We can try. That's fine. Well, apparently there too. I got my new shoulder pads with a ton more vitality, but I lost my captain buff, so now my health is low. Like, I only have under 2.1 million. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty true. If you're capped on every stat, all that's really left is padding your vitality. But I think to get to that point, you'd probably have to be stacking vitality. Don't mind me just getting this in the middle of combat. We might be able to go this way. The water's fine. We're experimenting. And then I'll try to pull this group right at the bridge back here. I actually put up my buffs before this fight. They don't see me. I was going to try to. No, I can't get back. I think for this fight I'm probably going to use Never Surrender, but I don't actually know. Make sure I target the Priestess and taunt it. Well, if I don't need Never Surrender, we'll just use Restorative Shield Work. That should be plenty on these soldiers. Ooh, Burglar revamp. Wait, for burglars you only get one skill that uses offhand damage? That is actually really odd. It's something I haven't paid too much attention to, but yeah. That would be nice if it weren't the case. Like, it would make sense if it weren't the case, really. Oh, tap target's not gonna work well like that. Oh, I should look at my health. I was paying zero attention to it. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, it's not waking anybody, even though it ran right over them. That was so funny. Yep, I am. And it's actually safe. Nobody aggroed. Oh, it got feared. Could have been bad. Food break. Hello, Art. She said that you found my channel recently after discovering Lotro. Hopefully you've enjoyed both. Oh, it sounds like you have enjoyed the videos. Hopefully you've enjoyed playing the game. And it sounds like you have the Lord Master there as well. Oh no. That sucks. Okay, so I think if we head on to the right here, we can skip those guys and go into the corner here. Normally I wouldn't mind, but just because it's tier 5. There they are. I was wondering where they were. And then if we stay left, we should be able to avoid the room on the right. I'll just bring them back, I guess. Okay, this time I am going to pay attention to my health. I see I do have my defensive buffs and not taking that much damage. Looks like I'll need to taunt. Let the champion absorb what damage they can before I taunt. Ooh, Northern Barrow Downs at level 16. That's actually, if you're new to the game, I could see that being pretty daunting and actually not even the easiest of experiences. Okay, I might get bounced around a lot here, but it should be fairly safe. Oh, great. Okay, never surrender triggered. Oh, minus incoming healing. I wonder if that's what that's from. Maybe. I don't remember them doing this debuff though, but well, possible. Hello? If I could stop lagging, that would be great right now. And clearly I'm not targeting the right target, but oh, that was scary for a second there. Still scary actually. With the reduced incoming healing, I'm not getting much healing on these guys, but I think a couple more gambits and we should be pretty much set. Don't want to spam Celebration of Skill as bad as that is. But there we go, got my health restored. That was a little terrifying. I don't think it's more terrifying than Barrow Downs though. Oh, you were playing a Lore Master too. That's, to me, an extra tough class to get started with. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still, tactical classes are a lot weaker than the physical classes at low levels. It starts to even out, especially like when you get to level 50-ish. But it does start out a bit rough. I'm just gonna make sure I'm in the room. Good. I guess so. That was nice though. Convenient for me at least. use that. And I'll use this. We're staying somewhat safe here. And then before the boss pulls, which I think we actually have time before the boss pulls, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and go through my full rotation of buffs here. I forget if I use Dance of War and Conviction though. I think we're good. Getting some FPS lag, which was a bit odd even for here. I know this isn't the best place for that just because it's so cluttered, but oh, I'm getting resisted. That means I need finesse. I'm low on finesse for tier 5. Perfectly happy with my finesse for, well, non-tier 5. Has there always been 4 of them? It's probably good. Oh, I still had Never Surrender. I didn't even realize that. My 4 stunts are on cooldown, but I think I have them. Let's focus the ads. Oh, that was close. I didn't realize I was living life so dangerously there. I got down really low. Okay, have this heal. Ooh, that was bad. And I didn't get my other gambit off. Okay. Let's just use this thing. Oh, this is terrible. I feel like I can breathe. Barely. Now I actually am dizzy. Well, no sweat from that. I already have this, but I'm applying it again. That was pretty easy, right? Now I get to stand in the bad stuff. Oh, how many more does she have? I have the silent debuff on me now. Everywhere. There we go. Okay, that is plenty enough damage for a tank to do, so I'm going to swap off to building defensive buffs. Hopefully I didn't get myself down too low, but looks safe. So I think we're all clear here. I'm just gonna let that venom cap blow, if it does. What does that even do? Actually, it does some damage. Not a ton, but some. If you want to shoot the other ones, that's fine. Probably have to kite later anyway. Now that I know you need to remove tons of corruptions on tier 5, I'm going to stack so many of these up. That should trigger them all. Oh. That's gonna hurt. So I think I have all my defensive buffs up. So once again, squeeze in a little bit of damage here. Yeah, unfortunately in the Warden revamp they forgot to include a combat res for some reason. Oh, I'm forgetting. I thought I was forgetting some gimmicks. It's these guys here. Oh, lag. Oh, this is bad. Alright. Okay, so I used restoration. There. I am lagging. Oh. I probably should have just run. That was bad of me. I feel like, I just want to blame lag because it distracted me, but I should have had that anyway. Oh. That's all I'm going the other way. Yeah, that was my bad. I think we got this though. Just don't turn right until after the bridge. So there are a lot of rad bridgers with our scions that we've avoided somehow. Gotta be careful on the run back. Not used to that in this instance, because usually we just end up pulling everything, but if you're careful enough... Well, let's see. What do I need? I think I have food buffs. We'll use a Daleman's Cram. And then I think somebody used a Hope Token. We're also getting scrolls. And then I have this other random... Oh, the stun immunity. I still feel like I need to equip even better gear, but I think I'm all good on that. Although I could work on my allies, to be honest. Even the guards respawn. Also, one of them decided to ignore my taunts for some reason. Oh yeah, they should be. This really is my favorite raid strategy in any game ever. Just hide behind the other side of the pillar. Which is what I will do when the Horns come out instead of staying there. But to be fair, I was also lagging at the moment, so I was a little bit distracted from that. I did get my morale taps off, but I didn't like prep left never surrender or anything with that. So that's why it was my bad. I never shared with him why that was. Okay, stretch time. Oh, that was a good stretch. Fortunately, we survived. And then I think there's another one on the other side that patrols. That one might be a Scion, or at least in that group. Okay, so I want to have my defensive buffs ready for the AoE guys. Same as last time, I'll just completely kite when the ads come out. I should theoretically have them all. Oh, nope, I ran right into them. That one's bad. They do so much damage. If we had a healer, of course they could help heal something like that, but we would also have a lot less damage, and you know, it's kind of hard to be picky about wanting a healer when you have a champion and hunter in your group. Which I think they're both fairly decently geared, if I had to guess. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but I know there are a couple of the better... Yep. A couple of the better geared people in the kin. I'm fine giving this another try or two. But I really do think those first 4 ads are going to be the toughest part of this, and the Horns were just a total mess up the first time. There was something I wanted to check, and I completely forgot what it was. I will check the auction house for some barrow iron, see if anybody ever put some up. Oh, barrow iron marbles? That'll wake me up. Oh, I didn't use any of my buffs. Okay, that's gonna be rough for a second here. So I used that one, which means I need to use this one, which means I just used the same one. Good job. I see it. See, I realized I never put my buffs up at the start of this, so I'm not really doing anything to hit them. Don't worry, it's all under control here. No, I just play very terribly after a long time. I think so, just hard to pay attention for so long. Man, that's me right now. That was actually me during the first boss. We're talking about just being there pressing buttons, and that was me during the first boss of the raid today. I am putting all my defensive buffs on, and then we're even going to use, I think, Conviction. Is that what that's called? No, let's go for the Free People's Conviction. It's a whole other thing. But I'm putting my buffs up. Still got a couple to go. Okay, still got one more to go. Okay, I might have them all. Actually, I'm not. I don't need for the Free Peoples right now. That was a good advertisement for Blue Hunter, eh? Maybe with the rework it'll be viable. That's true. I was there. Perfectly normal strategies here. Yep. Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, it sort of is kind of just there. In a sense. Okay, things are settled. I got past what I think is the toughest part of this fight, and yeah, I'll do damage. I'll speed it up. What could go wrong? Yeah, we got a ton of corruptions removal coming. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go, there we go, and there we go. This time she only got to 41 million. I think last time she got to about 50 million by the time we got all the corruptions removed, so that's progress. Why did I use my taunt? That's okay. Does it still decrease outgoing damage? I don't think it does. Good. And then I'm going to refresh my buffs here. We'll start with a simple Persevere, and then Shield Up, and this guy, Ready Blade, Shield Tactics, Shield Mastery, and then I think that would be Dance of War and Conviction. I'll stay in the corner far away. Do you need to hit them maybe? Oh, some of them are going. Some. They're staying really close to the venom caps there. Oh, I could have been a bit better about this corruption removal, but that's okay. Oh, they got a self-heal. Good. Cat is in the way. Bad time. She's slowly moving to the cat bed. Imagine actually being a well-behaved cat and going to your cat bed right in the cat cam. I guess they're just taking care of the venom caps, but that's okay. That's fine, I see. Gave me some peace and quiet I much needed over here. I have two cats, yes. Both of them are, one of them's mostly visible in the cat cam, the other one's barely visible. The other one's, oh, she's curled up in a ball, I don't want to wake her up. I forget what point the keywords come out, but probably not too far away. Button, which actually is kind of bad, but that's okay. Yep. There. Just run in circles. They're very angry and very fast. I'm taking so little damage this time, even when I run into them. That's pretty funny. Oh, she still has corruption. Okay, we got it. We did a pretty good job with the corruptions there. Okay, so I'm actually going to go through my full defensive buffs again just to be extra safe. At the end of the fight, don't want anything catastrophic to go on. Because she sometimes gets impressive hits in. You can see my health is actually going down quite a bit until I use my heal cooldown. But I think now I can weave in a little bit of damage a bit more safely. And then I'll probably just straight up use another heal here. Yeah, 5 million? I got this. I'm going full DPS at this point. Nice. Easy peasy. No problems at all. Oh, gold enhancement runes. Hey, and here's an earring that's part of the set. You got anything good to trade for them? So just so you know, these are technically a part of the agility set. So if you are looking for the set bonus, those won't help you if you have the might set already. Yes, I found that out. The ones you gave me, they apparently don't count for the agility set because they're, I don't know. Even though they say the same thing, they're the earrings of the fated pair. Oh. You know how hard it is to give up the item level 486 teal loot? But yeah, you can have it. Sorry, Snore, you were too slow. Oh, Snore, do you need it? Oh, Snore has 487. Oh, okay. So you got an even better one than the one I looted. Nice. No, you can have it then. It's still got insane stats even without the set bonus. Oh, alright then. I'll take these. Well, if you get another one of the agility ones, even though it doesn't even have agility on it, you have 9 cat Marcos. 2 of them like to live outside the house, so you actually have 7. That's, you know, I would say crazy. I will still say crazy, but not in a bad way. That's crazy in a good way. Not particularly. That's a bit much for me at this point. This was fun though. But that'll be next 3-man. Will be tier 5. Oh, that's going to be terrifying. But yeah, back at home, my family actually has 7 cats as well. Yeah, it is 7. One of them's 19 years old. Wow. I know cats can get old, but that's still pretty impressive. Good job, cat. Oh, here are some hidden turn-ins. Neat. Okay, so I was going to see if I can barter for the cosmetic set, but I think I completely forgot about this. I don't know if this vendor is still available, but this is very important matters to take care of. One of your cats acts like the dogs and never leaves you alone. That's understandable. These cats, I mean, they do their own thing, but they like to follow me around. Lexi, the one on the camera, she has been like, she just lays in one of these 2 beds basically all day. It seems like she's obsessed with them. They used to lay on the couch a lot, but once I added 2 cat beds up here, that's been minimized. But gold enhancement rune's pretty neat. I think Heraldry of the Swift Serpent, would that be the one I want? I want to do Heraldry of the Ox, actually, but I think Swift Serpent's overall a much better one. That'll upgrade the slot anyway. Oh, it's already at 485. It's already max. This doesn't even have any use right now. Well, technically it has a use, but we need the LIs to go up to 499. Then it will have a use, basically. A better use, I should say. Because teal can go up to, well, we can only go up to 485. I think teal can actually go to 490. That's crazy that the gold enhancement runes, I mean, you can use them on a lower level slot, but the actual benefit of them is you can use them on higher level ones outside of the teal range, which is 490, but we don't even have that unlocked. And we're already almost 2 years into this level cap. And the new expansion and increased level cap's going to come soon, where that'll all be pointless anyway. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, these are my very weird LIs that work for me, so I'm happy enough with them. They got me through with 2 other people through tier 5 of the 3-man, so at least good enough with that. But anyway, we have more important matters. Can't forget about the more important matters. And I think Myrtle Mint is who we need. So I have all these Figments of Splendor and this Carn Dum Alchemist set. I want that. That's going to be my Captain's Cosmetic set. Doop. 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 Doop, doop, doop. Probably don't need the helmet. We'll just get these 2 guys. There we go. Wait, is that what the chest piece looks like? I don't know that. Wait, did I barter for the helmet? I didn't mean to. Did I get them? What piece am I missing? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just got everything. Okay, that's okay. I didn't need the helmet. That was a waste of Figments, to be honest, but it's fine. But I think that'll become my Captain's. I thought it was this one, but maybe it was something else. But I was thinking this could become my Captain's. Probably not. I got a pack. I sure am. For like a week. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if I can stay that long. So Marcos, 3 of your cats like your room and love with you always there. Nice. Yeah, I am annoying. And then Dakota, you're wondering how hard it will be to gear up at 140 with just a sub? Not too bad because, oh, you don't need crystals and scrolls anymore. With the LI revamp, that's totally gone. The new stuff is enhancement runes and traceries, but you can get a good baseline level without much of a grind. But oh. Yeah, with Return to Carn Dum, you would have that with just a sub, so that'd be pretty decent for gearing up. I don't know if it has every single piece you would need, but give you a good starting point. And it'll help get you Embers of Enchantment, which you can barter for gear and the such. But yeah, I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. Don't know what's coming next stream-wise. It'll probably be, honestly, in about a week and a half at least until I get to it. But again, I should have plenty of videos coming up. Should look like normal weeks for me video-wise, at least now that I'm relatively less busy besides traveling back home for the next week. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed this stream, the new raid, and to me, the bigger accomplishment was actually tier 5 of the 3-man, but I did not expect that to give us too much trouble, and it didn't really. Anyway, if you did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content where you'll actually get early access to the videos coming up. And thanks for joining, chatting, and watching, everyone.